Yeah, it's going down, man. It's Donnie Houston Podcast. I'm Donnie Houston, man. Check it out. We got a special guest today, man. Hey, it's about H-Time history, man. Hip hop, man. I'm talking about, you go all the way back to HSC, you know what I'm saying? Swisha House, you know what I'm saying? And a whole lot of stuff in between, man. Hey, Young Red, what's going down, man?
What it do, Donnie? What's good, baby?
I'm chilling, man. How you feeling, dog?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Just really maintaining, man. Life's good right now, man. I can't complain, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Already. You ain't got to lean up on it. You can get comfortable.
Yeah,
you know
I'm
what I'm saying?
okay, cool. We
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
But if you, so pull it closer to you. And just, if you want to lean
like that,
back.
yeah.
We good, yeah.
Yeah.
Already. Yeah, so man, what's you got the Future Rich clothing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got the Future Rich clothing, man. I got the Future Rich music group, you know what I'm saying? I've been helping my my little bro, you know, Easy Money YFR, Young Future Rich, you know, I've been helping him get his whole thing together. But other than that, man, it just brought a resurgence in what I was doing, man, because I was talking this Future Rich shit years ago. You know what I'm saying? Pushing that shit. Since the Swisha House, I was pushing that Future Rich shit. You know, when you kind of like with a big label like that, you know what I mean, you gotta make sure you on top of your business. You take advantage of every opportunity you get. Any kind of opportunity, you gotta seize the moment, hold that bitch hostage, bro. It was like that, you know what I mean? Fucking with the Swisha House, we ain't really had no engineers or no shit like that. You had to learn how to record, had to learn how to get on the phone with them stores, get your product sold, shit like that. Believe it or not, Paul taught me how to sell them mixtapes, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul taught me how to sell them mixtapes. Around that time, he was DJing and shit like that. We used to shoot back and forth to Dallas and shit. I remember taking my motherfucking Super Sport. I had a 9.5 Super Sport Impala, bro. Drove that bitch with the boats coming out that hole. Me and Big Shouts all the way to Dallas just to sell mixtapes and come back the same night, bro.
Yeah.
Shit like that, man. Niggas used to fly to New York for one day and come home, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit, the mixtape game, man. I don't think niggas understand how lucrative it was maybe about 9 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That's probably like the cutoff 9 years ago, man. Mixtapes was life. Life, bro.
Yeah.
Niggas made a lot of money. Niggas was buying houses and shit off mixtapes, cars, paying them hoes out full, changing their whole family fortune with this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and this is disc, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We ain't talking about this before streaming just got too heavy, you know what I mean?
This was disc, like, cause you gotta realize, we just go back.
I mean, we talking about 9 years ago, streaming didn't exist. You had to buy it, you know what I'm saying? And it was,
become a fan or whatever, discover new music and shit, take a risk with your money.
Yeah.
And we go way, way back, like, shit, with the HSC shit, you know, like, even back then, we was all screw heads, screw fans, nigga knew screw flows word for word. I don't give a fuck who was on it, whether it was Key, whether it was Pat, even Floyd freestyles, you know, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying, even shit like that. And we just wanted to be a part of that shit. We just wanted to be a part of that shit, man. And, you know, fun fact, man, I met Screw before I met any fucking body. You know, I was a little kid. There was an OG in my hood, man. Shout out Frank White, man. Nigga brought him to my driveway, because my driveway was like where everything took place. You know what I'm saying? In Sunny, 4814 Ave and 4800. Nigga already know. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where everybody came. You know what I'm saying? Right here was like 3 houses on this block. But my house was one of the houses where shit jumped off, everything was it. And nigga brought Screw to the edge of my driveway. I'll never forget that shit. And nigga had me freestyle, me being every bit of like 14 or some shit like that. You know, maybe 14. And the nigga gave me his beeper number. And I had this fucking FUBU denim suit on, man. You know what I shit done.
Yeah.
And I had got that whole star still. I had the beeper number star still in the pocket. I still got that shit somewhere, man. But just the fact, I never got to go to Screw House then, at that point, but I met him. And he was like, when he told me, you know.
So this like 98, something like that? Somewhere up there?
Yeah, it was somewhere like that.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right, so what? Okay, let's go back. So you grew up in Sunnyside, right?
Yeah, I grew up in Sunnyside, yeah.
Okay, bet.
4800 block, Alvin.
Where is that in Sunnyside?
It's Sunnyside, it's a hood. It's a hood called Robinson Edition. It's right between Judlin and Cullen. Behind Fairchild, all that back there is called Robinson Edition. You know what I'm saying? That's where I came from, you know what I'm saying? And over there, it had a lot of street legends, a lot of old niggas. It wasn't a lot of little niggas. It was probably like 9 of us, so we naturally ran with the older niggas. So niggas, we was savvy at young ages over there. We was real savvy at young ages, man. You know, and I accidentally found music. You know, my mama, she sung, she modeled and shit. But you know, we ain't live with her. We live with my grandparents in the hood. My daddy played like 26 different instruments, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So
it was just kind of in you.
It was kind of in me. But shit,
Yeah.
a nigga like me, we was, like I say, we was trying to hoop. We was going, you know, we thought we was hoop guards.
Yeah.
Now I was either, if a nigga wasn't on the south side hooping with the jail highs niggas, all the backside all niggas, you know, we was go over there fucking with the Hersheywood niggas hooping or whatever. I was fucking on the west. Shout out my nigga Carlos Hurt.
Carlos Hurt, yeah. A-Leaf, yeah.
Nigga, we used to, me and this nigga Carlos Hurt, nigga used to walk everywhere. I'm talking about all day, nigga.
Yeah.
All day to go hoop. Mary Bates just go hoop, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I never forget that shit. So it was like, one day my mama sent a karaoke home and it had that fucking Nate Dogg, Never Leave Me Alone.
Huh.
And it was the fucking tape. It was the tape, Jack.
And it had the instrument on the other side. Yeah.
So a nigga had never fucked with no karaoke before, bro. You know, I'm at Addicts Middle School and shit. Like, nigga, at this point. And what happened was, my brother and them found out how to screw. I think you put that bitch on play and pause on one side, you record on this side and make a screw tape. So, that nigga, I made a freestyle to the Never Leave Me Alone. And I came back one day, niggas was on the porch trapping. And I'm a little nigga, I had to be about 13, something like that. They was rapping this shit. They was rapping this shit, bro. So, where that bitch got around, the tape got around the hood. Then again, my nigga Frank White, the old head, he came and got me. He was like, man, I want you to meet somebody. He introduced me to Crime Boss. Now, if you talking Sunnyside, Crime Boss, he was with Suave Highs, Ball and G and them, Draper and them.
Yeah.
You know? And you hear the legendary stories, you know, about them, you know, Drape on the MLK with Halle Berry and shit like that, all these kind of stories.
Wait. What happened?
You hear these legendary stories.
I never heard anything about it.
See, when you get to like deep off in the south side, man, it's so much shit going on. It was niggas fucking with the comedian hoe, niggas fucking with the rapper bitches. It was like a bunch of street niggas.
Yeah.
Like having money. You know what I'm saying? Back then, it was new. And we idolized that shit. We look up at all these niggas, bro. Seeing them niggas in them reds for the first time and shit like that. Seeing Key and them and patting them holding like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit was just like, we had never seen this shit. You know, you captivated by that shit too.
Yeah, for sure.
And so like, when I met Crime Boss, I remember he took me to digital. And
studios, yeah.
And I was a little nigga, man. I did a hook for that boy. And I never heard the song, but the fact that a nigga that was, man, this nigga was on TV. This nigga gave 14-year-old me, you know what I'm saying, a shot, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was different. So I ended up doing a mixtape, man, with some niggas in my hood, you know, my brothers, you know, cause we all was in, you know, in the trenches. And one day I wanted to do a talent show at Worthing, man, but none of my niggas came with me. The day it happened, they didn't want to come. And I walked to that bitch one deep. I walked to Worthing. You know what I'm saying?
Were you already going to Worthing or you still in middle school at this time?
Nah, fast forward, nigga, I was a freshman or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm walking. I walk. And I'm starting to like music now. Cause you know, all the old niggas, they invite me to these parties. I'm freestyling. It's these parties in the hood.
Yeah, you started to be like, man, this is my thing. Yeah.
You know, I was Lil Chris at the time. You know, I was Lil Red. You know what I'm saying, at the time. So the shit was happening. So when I got to Worthing, man, I met Poppy.
Grip Wars.
Yeah, I met Poppy, man. And Poppy was like a real smart nigga, man. Like, you couldn't miss him, bro. He always reminded me like an East Coast nigga, the way he just moved. Me and AP had been partners since fucking 6th grade at Addicts. So,
HSE.
Yeah, me and AP. So I ain't no flip. You know what I'm saying? What happened was one day I had seen a nigga, like, you know, basketball, whatever. I was hooping and shit. I seen a nigga. I used to see him talk to this chick that I used to try to holler at all the time too.
How much older are y'all around the same age, you and Flip?
Nah, we not the same age at all, but we close, you know what I'm saying? We close. But, yo, Flip young, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't no old niggas, bro. Like
Yeah.
you gotta realize when these dates, like when Flip tell you, if he tell you like he was a little nigga out and about, you know what I'm saying? And we was little niggas out and about, shit. I was going to summer school with Wody with Chris Ward, you
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So like we was like nigga young. We wasn't nowhere near close old enough to drink or drive, bro. But we
Yeah.
was doing it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So when I met Flip, I remember I did a talent show and we lost. I lost. I walked up there and I lost. Flip was sitting on a speaker in the back. You know what I'm saying? The mob figures, they won that bitch.
Yeah.
They was fucking with Key at the time, man. Rest in peace, Ag, man. But yeah, they won that bitch. And so Flip was like, hey man, what's the name of that song you did, bro? And so I rapped it to him. That nigga took me to meet Hump that same day. And it ended up being the first HSE record that we did. You know what I'm saying? And ended up making the album.
Just like that.
Just like that. It was like the first thing we did, but I wasn't in the group yet. I was just part of the, the gang, you know what I'm saying? But like, Flip fuck with me because I could really rap. And plus I was savvy. I knew how to dress like him, whatever. Like we had a lot of shit in common. Bitches loved us. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of common ground. And shit, I had never left my hood, like really at that point, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never knew what Botany Cloverland looked like until I really met that nigga. So we dropped the song. We just started recording songs. In this particular time span, Jason, man, rest in peace, Jason Robeson, he was sick, man. He had cancer of some kind. I don't want to disrespect and say what kind, but he had cancer. And this nigga, Jason, to be 16, 15, 16, Jace was Armani, Versace, diamonds in his mind, like Dean.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he was Screw
Yeah.
Cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he was Screw Cousin, you say?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's actually Dope Boy South's cousin too. What up, boy? Yeah, so it's like, man, that's how niggas started, like, Jason fucked with everybody. So a lot of these music was getting out. And I remember one particular night he passed, man. He passed, young in the game, he passed, bro. I ain't want to be in the group at first. And then Flip was like, shit, you know what I mean? You gotta, you own every fucking song, Red. You know what I'm saying? You own every fucking song. Come on, bro. And I thought about that shit maybe about a night. You know what I'm saying? But being that I fucked with Jason too, I was like, man, fuck it. Jason was like on one song on the whole album. You know what I mean? Like, and it just was only right, nigga, that I just ripped that shit. You know what I'm saying? And us being, we had the magic touch, us being from different hoods. Me being from Sunnyside, Flip being from Cloverland, AP from Hersheywood, Lil Head was on that bitch being from the Clark. You know what I'm saying? Every nigga around us was from everywhere. So we just kind of had a formula, bro. Kind of like what what Walker got right now. We had
Right.
to be that young, nigga. We had it was a recipe, like you couldn't really make that shit up. We was all from different hoods, so different flavors. So every hood had a set of fans, set of niggas rooting for you.
Yeah.
And so that just was the perfect motherfucking storm, bro.
So when you get to Sucker Free, do you sign or are y'all just kind of just working?
This is what happened. Okay, we had work, like we was in school, like when we started. At this time around the HSE album, I'm about the end of 9th grade, 10th grade.
You that young? You was that young on that?
Yeah. We all was. You know what I'm saying? We all was. And so we started working on the album. And at first we wasn't going to the studio every day. We was going like every month, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, cause Hump was paying everything. Hump was doing his thing. And so nigga was still in the streets over there, in the hood or whatever. And we started going more and more. Like it started getting serious, and when we started meeting people, we met C-Note. And C-Note really was like, and Willeen really was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, these niggas hard. So we started pulling up on them niggas, seeing, like young niggas pulling up on these niggas, just hanging with them, listening to Chop Up, how legends do. Then we met ESG had just came home, Blackhearted. He had just came home. I was dating his niece at the time. She went to school with me. You know what I'm saying? Me and Flip met that nigga at a gas station, man. And Flip, that was Flip nigga right there. Flip was like idolized that nigga.
Yeah.
And shit.
No shit.
Yeah. And then ESG took a liking to us and shit, he really molded, gave Flips a lot of game at that point. So like we started doing this type of shit. They start stamping us, the old heads. They start stamping us, and we was like the youngest niggas, but our flow was different. If you know, our flow was just completely different.
Right.
So we was freestyling all the goddamn time. We used to ride around in the whips and just freestyle about anything. You know what I'm saying? Like and we would practice not falling off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We was broke as fuck, Shane Wing dinners. And all kind of shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And a nigga was hustling, but it wasn't enough. It was just enough to get some food or, you know what I mean, here and there or whatever. And once the niggas started co-signing us and shit like that, niggas started talking about who was them HSC niggas, you know what I'm saying? And we started like, AP was doing shit, then Flip was getting on shit, then I was getting on shit. Then some albums it was all three of us, and some albums it was just AP or me and Flip. It was just started like, it was a mixed bag, and we was doing all them freestyle contests, taking turns, rapping and shit. They started not letting us do them hoes and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Cause we was finessing, taking turns, winning them hoes and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, Stadium Bowl, Club Unique and shit like that. We was coming in that bitch deep. I'm like, oh yeah, we gonna let Red go tonight, or AP go tonight, or Flip go tonight. You know what I'm saying? It was different, man. And by the time we was ready to drop shit, we was young, but we felt like we was shit, just as hard as the old niggas, if not harder. There's just no cap. We really felt like we was just as good as niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I remember going to Screw Highs finally. The first night we ain't rap. You know what I'm saying? Niggas stayed.
Yeah, I went over there as a group or what?
Me and Flip.
You and Flip went over there, okay.
Yeah.
And this was over in Mo City?
Yeah, but we all knew where the old highs was.
Right.
Being from the Sunny, like you need to get freestyle instrumental, screwed instrumental tapes from over there. So like we get over there, we ain't rap. You know what I'm saying? One night, me and Flip, I don't know where this fucking tape was at, man. Where this tape at? Me and Flip freestyled on that Pimp Tight, I'm a Player. The whole side B of a tape. Swear to God on my son, me and Flip. I never forget. I don't know where the fuck that shit at. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where the fuck that shit at. If somebody got it, put it out. But we never heard that motherfucker no more after that.
And this was at Screw's house?
Yeah. Me and Flip freestyled the whole side B off one instrumental. Just going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Just freestyle. And the only copy we had, my nigga Myra, man, shout out Myra. That nigga totaled his car with the bitch in the deck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so by the time we dropped that HSC album, man, we was the only young niggas doing numbers. We was the first young niggas to do numbers, bro.
So y'all came out, y'all sold what on there? On that hustle stacking in?
Man. At first, this how it went. When it first dropped, it was creeping. Then as we went, it went. Then
Flip jumped on. Did Flip get on Diamonds in Your Face in between that time while the album was out?
Yeah, but that was like early on.
Yeah.
Early on. By the time the Leprechaun got ready, the Hustle Stacking In album, oh yeah, we was guapped up. We ran the numbers up. You know what I'm saying? Fucking with Southwest Wholesale and all that shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We had ran the numbers up. And just being young, me, Flip, AP, Lil Head, you know what I'm saying? Like, just was just that camaraderie that we had, you know what I'm saying? It was unrivaled, nigga. Rap niggas ain't friends no more like that back then. So, we doing them numbers, but shit.
Oh, y'all getting y'all money and everything together like that?
Nah. We wasn't getting no money, bro. We wasn't getting no motherfucking money, man. It was just like the money was just like we was traveling, rooms, food. We was still dressing on our band dimes and shit. But as a little nigga, you think that's money. You think, oh, you looking good. You know what I'm saying? But
for income, wasn't no.
Nah, because the nigga was still in the hood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We was still trapping. You know what I'm saying? Me and my old head, shout out Craig. You know what I'm saying? We was still out there. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't it wasn't lucrative. But it was exposure wise, yeah. But by the time Leprechaun album came, you know, you started seeing like who was gonna be something and who ain't. Cause you know, like at this point, AP, man, something tragic happened to AP. I don't really know like the full story, but he had kind of like lost his mind a little bit on some random shit. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't an accident or anything like that.
I think somebody might have laced him or did something, something fucked up. Like, cause AP was a good nigga, man. He was the comedian out the group, the comic relief all the time. Nigga, you can tell by the flows.
Yeah.
He just was one of them niggas. And I remember one day, man, he was missing shows. He just randomly started missing shows. And I remember he came to my house one day and he was telling me about it. And I mean, I gave him a garbage bag full of weed and I was like, here, bro, you don't owe me shit. You know what I'm saying? Then I ain't seen him for like 5 years. Like, no bullshit, look up, I ain't seen him no more. And so when we got to deal with Sony, they only signed me and Flip. You know what I'm saying? And some kind of magical way, Hump got himself signed. You know what I'm saying? That nigga Hump got himself signed, man. So Hump was the manager, the CEO,
And the
and
artist.
an artist, boy. This nigga was finessing, man. Shout out Hump, boy. You know, I love you too, nigga, but you was finessing. You know what I'm saying? And so us being, young, we running with the old head. Like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't give a damn. Hump was making shit happen. Hump could walk in the room, nigga, and get us a check. So, nigga, we did that the Leprechaun album, it shot through the roof. So I was more on the creative side with Flip all the time because I knew what Flip liked and Flip knew what I liked. You know what I'm saying? We just had music in common though. And around the time Underground Legend dropped, shit, we just all put our heads together. Me, Lil Ron, Flip, and Shasta. You know what I'm saying? And created that album. And it was a couple other niggas, but for the most part, it was me, Lil Ron, Flip, and Shasta. Always, just rocking and vibing. And that shit came out. But like right then and now, I started getting captivated with writing. With writing and shit. Then when I got my first like big writing thing, it's like Too Fast, Too Furious. You know
The soundtrack?
Yeah. So when I got a placement on that.
Wait. So that what year did they come out?
Man, I don't even remember.
Because I'm trying to figure out you. This was still sucker free.
Yeah, we still sucker free. We still little niggas. We still.
So how you got tied into this, and what did you write and all that?
Because Flip was doing a show for BET, How I'm Living or some shit, and we was in this yellow ass room. Me and the nigga that made Tip Drill, my nigga Roebuck, my nigga Sears. We was in the room making, and he playing this beat. So I ended up laying a hook. And I was doing the verse, and I guess the white boy or some shit, how it went, he was like the producer, or one of the producers for that movie. He was there while they was shooting the shit. And Flip was in the other room doing whatever, and the man came and asked about the song. And Flip came in like, yeah, we gonna get it straight. And Flip jumped on it right then, and it was just me and Flip, and then bam, sent that bitch off. That hoe made the movie, they flew us down, that shit in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Nigga got his first nice piece of change right then. And then like we stayed touring and shit after that. Like, nigga was doing features. Me, Ron, and Flip was doing features everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Left and right, cause we had all them freestyles out. We was just doing a bunch of mixtapes. We dropped like in between that Screw and that Swisha House era, we was dropping our own mixtapes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On CDs and shit, hitting them towns, staying. We was on that road, beating that road up, so that buzz was just like impeccable. And right then, man, Hump and Flip got into it. They got into it before the Game Over album came. They got into it. That shit went to shit. So I started like, we dropped the compilation album under Sony, 713. Me, Lil Ron, Flip, and Shasta. You know what I'm saying? Me and Chameleon had a record called I'm a Ball on that. I was a single. So boom, we ended up staying with that. You know what I mean? So right after that, Flip and Hump, they fell out. Shit ain't going right. So niggas start trying to position themselves. So at this point, I start recording at the Gridiron with the Grit. I'm trying to evolve my sound. And we was finesse rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We was
yeah.
finesse rappers, bro. We rapped about what we seen and what we was doing. You know what I mean? What we know, what we done heard. And them niggas was more lyricists. So when I started coming over there, it just started kind of seeping into what I was doing. And it just amplified a nigga flow. And we dropped a 713 mixtape, me and Paul. I remember we came up with this shit. Me and P Doug, cause he was over there doing his shit. And we was gonna do a freestyle mixtape on all Cash Money beats. Paul was like, yeah, let's do this. But School is an aggressive young nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's my nigga. School was always getting on the records and getting on record. And he had a voice that stood out. You know what I'm saying? School had a voice that stood out. Poppy was my nigga from the rip. You know, School was my day one. You know what I'm saying? Then I met Neat. Everybody was like, we just put that shit together, bro. Trey was around at that time too, so we just put this whole, cause none of us had deals.
Yeah, yeah.
This group, this frat, you know what I'm saying? None of us had deals, bro. So I remember in the Ozone magazine, it was Trey, Killer, me, and the Grit. You know what I'm saying? None of us had these deals right here. And right then, that's when everybody, like, boom. Grit Boy signed TVT, Paul signed to the Swisha House at this time. Trey didn't sign yet. We was doing slow line banging mixtapes. Then all of a sudden he had signed to Rap a Lot. I was the last one standing. Then one day, nigga, we all had this manager, Chris Johnson, man. He a pastor now. He had a spot on Sophomore, big 2-story highs. They called. It was T. Ferris. He was like, man, what's Red's situation? You know what I mean? What's Red's situation? And then he was like, I want to fuck with the Grit too. You know what I'm saying? But what happened was Pretty Todd kind of wanted me to sign to Game Face before I signed to the Swisha Hive. And niggas ain't know why. You know what I'm saying? So whatever the case may be, I remember Ferris was like, what you want to do, man? I was like, shit, fuck it, let's go. You know what I'm saying? And then I ended up signing by myself. And once I got there, I remember pulling up to the Rocks. I had just got a new whip. I still had the paper plates on that hoe. And Paul was out there at the Rocks. And we was backed up to the front door, sitting there smoking, laws around everything. I'm smoking in the whip. And he was like, man, just get on everything, bro. You know what I mean? Just get on everything. Shit, you think I didn't? Went in that bitch and murdered every motherfucking mixtape I was ever on, man. And you know what I'm saying? And right there, it's like, when I really started vibing with Kiki, that's out of everybody, that was the nigga like I really, 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 really like.
Cause you were in on that like second wave, quote unquote, of Swisha House, yeah.
Yeah. And when I met the Don, man, it was niggas I know would have been scared to rap with the Don. You know what I'm saying? I looked at it as, shit, I'm hard too, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm hard too. Plus, you know, you my nigga. Like I really like, that was my favorite rapper besides Pat. You know what I'm saying? So, rapping with Kiki, man, I wasn't scared because it was young niggas that, man, dreamed of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Dreamed of rapping with the Don, especially a whole fucking mixtape, bro. A whole motherfucking mixtape. So we dropped the Cost of Living. We shook the streets. We shook the streets, man. They Hill, bro, loose 3. You know what I'm saying? We get to MTV. We shook the streets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That song happened accidental with Webby. Completely accident. I wasn't even supposed to be on that shit. I just walked in when they was making it. You know what I'm saying? But when Cost of Living dropped, we shook the streets, man. And we started to do another one. We shot the cover for another one. We just never got around to it because we was doing so much shit, moving around, and then, you know, like the Swisha Houses started separating at this point. Me and Paul and Keith, we was recording at T. Ferris' house. Archie and Kuda and banging them, they was recording here. You know
what was the reason for the split?
Man, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I know Ferris had a lot of issues, you know what I'm saying, with the home base. You know what I mean?
With Swisha House.
Yeah, behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? But he just ain't keep it all the way 1,000, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really keep it all the way 1,000. That shit could have been avoided, you know, but you can't knock another nigga situation, how they move, you know what I'm saying? I just wouldn't move like that. So that shit started kind of falling apart, and kind of Watts kind of just wanted to DJ. He didn't really want the responsibilities dealing with artists or having they fate in his hands or whatever. So shit, I planted the seed. I ran through that whole eviction notice mixtape run. Just killing. I looked up, man. I was looking at that Piff. You see Lil Wayne, Plies, and me, top three. Just mixtapes, just killing. You looking at shit like that, and I'm like, man, where these albums coming? When the album coming? But shit, every time one of them niggas put out an album, I would throw a mixtape out, and that's how I was getting my bread. But when that shit fell apart, I had already planted that futurist seed. I tried to name Eviction Notice 4 Future Rich. Niggas was like, nah. They already knew what time it was, which I can respect. And so I waited. But I planted the seed right then in the back studio. I knew. So riding home, I had a talk with my kinfolk, man. He was like, hey, man, you do that futurist shit, it's going to take about 3-4 years, 4-5 years. He say, yeah. He said, because you got to build it from the ground up. I said, yeah, I'm going to do it. So 11 Skies, my last mixtape under the Swisha Highs thing, I remember putting that whole out. And it was kind of like me transitioning into that futurist shit. The sound was different. You know what I'm saying? The sound was different. That's when I hooked up with Claymaker, with Clace. And the sound was totally different, bro. And I just felt like a boss at this time. I just felt like it was time for me to be a boss. And shit, I started that shit, man. The clothes came, along the way. I ain't go looking for no artists or no shit like that. I just always wanted niggas that was gonna be a family and we was gonna make a whole sound together and ride. Cause the most successful niggas was like crews, man. You look from Cash Money to Rough Riders to look at Screwed Up Click at the time. They highlight. You know what I mean? If you look at what Walker doing right now, you know what I'm saying? That camaraderie with your gang, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never see that. I ain't never seen that like in the city like since Screw was alive. I never saw no camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I wanted, bro. So that's what I set out to do. You know what I'm saying? But it had to happen like organic and shit. But in the meantime, I was just doing features, writing hooks for niggas, writing lines for, people and whatnot. Being a ghostwriter, but staying a ghost like you supposed to. You know what I'm saying?
So can you talk about any of the stuff you written out at another time to pass, or you know what I'm saying?
I mean, well, I got 4 plaques from ghostwriting. I got 4 plaques.
Okay, let's talk about it.
From ghostwriting, just straight up.
So what 4 plaques are those?
I got 1 from Flip, of course. You know what I'm saying? Movie soundtracks and whatnot. A couple R&B shits. You know what I'm saying? No bullshit. Couple rap nigga shits. And I keep it like this because, look, I'm a real nigga, man. It's coming from where I came from, bro. Loose lips sank ships. That's why they call it being a ghostwriter. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never did this shit for clout. You know what I'm saying? I did this shit just to get out the hood.
Yeah.
And never had to go back. Thank God I ain't never had to go back, bro.
Yeah.
So I really feel like when niggas get to advertise and they works what they did for niggas, man, that shit be for clout. That's clout. You know what I'm saying? That just ain't my style, but my imprint everywhere. You can look on the back of a bunch of CDs and see C Gallion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, no bullshit. That Young Red Publishing serious.
Yeah.
No bullshit, bro.
Yeah. So, man, all right. So, I mean, after the Switcher House thing, I mean, what do you kind of get into after that? Do you finally get to kick the futurist thing off then, or you take a break for it?
I went on a branding mission, man.
Yeah.
I just wanted to figure out how to get it right, and I had a whole situation prior to the current Future Rich, and it just didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Too many egos, we had put together. Nobody understood this shit. You know what I mean? So what I did was, man, I had my son. I had Lil Condon, man, in the midst of this shit. I was in a sling, nigga, for about a year. I had gotten an accident. So I was in a sling for about a year. So at this time, I had time to kind of like reflect. And I was working on Dark Shade, Bright Future. You know what I'm saying? And I had just shot the Nino Brown Jeep video. So look, I'm fresh out. And me and Wody was chopping up, man. He's like, man, this futurist shit, man, this shit just sound a certain way. It just sound different, bro. It just sound like some cool nigga shit in the city that ain't here. You know what I mean? And so I pondered on that, bro. So after I dropped Dark Shade Bright Future, got another publishing check off this shit, you know what I'm saying, eating, maintaining. I asked Watts, I said, Watts, man, why don't you chop and screw this for me, man? I need you. He tried to charge me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I love my nigga to death, but I ain't love that though. You know what I mean? I knew right then this shit a business. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they work where you do a lot of freestyles with niggas and you build this camaraderie like a family, and then you charge me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was out of this whole music shit, I think that was the one and only time that I ever was like, you know what I'm saying?
So
Fuck this shit.
everything was cool when you left Swisha House. You ain't
Yeah. G Dash my nigga.
Yeah.
Dad, I'm gonna be real, man. Let's say this. Out that whole Swisha House situation, man, that nigga G Dash 100. I can pick up the phone right now and call that nigga, man, about anything, man. By anything, he gonna tell me not to do something. He gonna tell me I should do something. He gonna tell me I think you should do this. You know what I'm saying? Man, I just owe that nigga a lot. Cause that nigga trained, he really trained us all to be bosses, but for you not to be signed with niggas no more, and that nigga answer that phone, man, that nigga forever my brother. You know what I'm saying? Dash is the most solid music exec that I ever encountered. You know what I mean? No bullshit.
Mm.
Yeah, bro, that nigga 100, man.
Yeah.
You know, I can't say that like I say, I love Ferris, I love Watts. You know what I'm saying? If I ever see like some static with him out in the bottom, I'm gonna get on, I'm gonna help him. But I can't fuck with him. You know what I mean? I can't fuck with him, bro, because it wasn't 100. It wasn't 100, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I don't hold no punches. I don't bite my tongue for no man.
So okay, wait. So you still work with T Ferris after you left Swisha House, or
Nah, fuck no.
okay?
Nah. You know,
Okay.
nah. Ferris had when I say fuck no, you know what I mean. Like, nah, bro. I can't associate with no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But he always had a knack. Ferris had a knack though for like just being patient with niggas and, you know, doing the little shit that you needed. He was good at that. I ain't gonna never take nigga talent away. Like Watts, a lot of niggas don't know he was a good ass engineer. You know, like with his ear. You know, he made them flows sound like real fucking songs, bro, when he's mixing them hoes. You know what I'm saying? But I think he just got tired of catering to artists and, you know, and he was really tired, bro. He wanted to DJ. That's what he doing. You know what I'm saying? He DJing. He happier just being a DJ. You know what I mean? I can't fault him for that, but it was just certain moves I just ain't respect. You know what I mean? So this shit different, man. Like, it ain't no friendship in this business, bro, and vice versa. It ain't. You know what I mean? You start with niggas, you come in the game. Imagine coming in the game with niggas and you think you gonna be with them niggas forever. And then it's 15 years later, you ain't with none of these niggas, bro. Niggas you would have killed for, they would have killed for you. You ain't with none of these niggas, man. This music shit'll fuck up some shit. It also change your life for the better too, man. It's a double-edged sword. What you think, D?
Yeah, nah, I feel you. I mean, so shit. As far as with HSC, do you still talk to like Flip, or have you ever talked to AP again, or it was
Yeah. Nah,
okay.
one day, man, me and Big Shasta, shout out to Big Shasta, man, we was sliding down Cullen. You know what I'm saying? I seen AP walking down the street. It was hot as fuck. He had a starter jacket on, man. And we just pulled over, you know, took him to get something to eat, let him shower, gave him some new clothes, just tried to understand what the fuck was going on. And that hurt a nigga, because the nigga ain't know. Nigga still don't really know what happened, you know what I mean?
Was he able to kind of tell you what was going on?
I mean, like, he could talk, but I can't really explain it, man. It's just heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that's my nigga. I've been knowing niggas since 6th grade, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. This shit one of your day one niggas. You know what I mean? I don't even know what AP at nowadays. You know what I mean? But, yo, we seen AP, me and Flip, like, it's very seldom that we bump into each other. Very rare, but you know it ain't no love loss or no shit like that, man. Niggas just grew different ways, you know what I mean? Like, Flip had his eye on really, really succeeding and being the best nigga. You know what I'm saying? My motivation was, I come from a bunch of street niggas, you know what I'm saying? A bunch of, you know, different old rules and shit like that. So it's like, my goal was to make it out the hood and not have to go back, bro. That was the difference. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. Like, I can give a fuck about some fame. I never cared about that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I walk in the room to this day, all the time, motherfucker, man, who was that? Oh, that's Young, that's Red, oh, that's Future Rich Red, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I never really cared about that shit, bro. But now, I just feel like, man, it's so many niggas that's just unheard out here, man, and just need to get their shot, bro. You know, that's what I want to do. I just want to be an A&R, you know, put out mixtapes, smoke my weed, make some money, you know what I'm saying? Do my thing, man. Support the niggas that support me, bro. Just the real nigga. That's how you give back to the game. You supposed to, bro. A lot of these niggas don't get nothing back, bro. I don't want to meet no other rappers and give my number 1,000 times every time I see him. Oh, yeah, man, when we gonna get up? Every time I see him, man, that's cap, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't friends with no rap niggas,
Yeah.
bro. I ain't friends with none of these rap niggas, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The only nigga I call that's a rap nigga, honestly, man, is probably the Don. You know what I'm saying? It's probably the Don, bro. That's the only rap nigga I'll pick up the phone and call, bro. You know, man, no bullshit, bro. This shit, you know, this shit ain't meant to be partners. If you ain't crew, it ain't no friends. If you ain't squad, ain't no friends, bro.
Yeah.
Shit competition, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you in the way, niggas in the way, niggas hate on the next nigga. Nigga might sabotage your opportunity. You never know how them back
It's
channel
different
phone
shit,
calls
man.
be.
They say, you know, it ain't no permanent friends or enemies in business. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. You gotta
You
let
know.
everybody get rich, bro. Find out
You
which
know.
is which, man. Like that's for real, bro. You gotta watch everybody get rich, bro, and find out which is which, bro. Your enemies and your partners. Niggas gonna show their hand, bro. And which is music shit. I never took nothing personal, bro. I just stayed on top of my shit. You know what I'm saying? So I always stay looking good, you know, whatever the fuck I'm at, you know what I'm saying? This shit don't stop, bro. Now with the futurist shit, I don't know what happened, bro. It's like it's just niggas just be buying the music, bro. I was trying to motivate my young nigga right here. And I be showing them like publishing shit, statements and shit I be getting all goddamn every month. And like every month, 3, 4, 5 of them bitches every month, just left and right. And I just feel like a lot of these niggas, so many underrated niggas in the town, man. I feel like, you know, like, man, with that whole little era, like with me, Chris Ward, J-Dawg, Killer, you know what I'm saying? Trey the Truth, the Grit Boys, I just feel like that era, E-Class, you know, Cool to Bang, you know, I just feel like that class full of rap niggas. You know what I'm saying? I just felt that class like, we sold a lot of mixtapes, we made a lot of money. I just feel like niggas ain't appreciate that shit to its full. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't appreciate this shit because niggas was holding on to the culture. Niggas trying to hold on to the culture. So niggas coming out rapping on some nationwide shit.
Yeah.
Man, that shit was unheard of. You know what I'm saying? If you wasn't rap a lot of Suave Highs, you know what I'm saying? And so when Pat came out, Pat was the first nigga with the swag that we just knew, like, man, this nigga like Biggie or some shit. This nigga,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hawk was the first nigga you heard with them words. But Key had a little mixture of both them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Niggas wanted to be like the Don. Like, Don showed me how to really hustle too, though. How to hustle that product, man. That nigga a hustling nigga, man. That nigga told me one day, man, God bless me with a mean survival trait. And I felt that shit. So I just took pages from certain niggas, man. But Hawk, out of everybody, like I say, I take pages from his book till this day, just how I move, just not fuck with everybody. I stay out the way. If it ain't my crew, I can care less, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care if the nigga over there made $1 and I made 50 cents. You know what I'm saying? I don't care, bro. How many niggas he gotta feed? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My situation, shit, I'm good.
Yeah.
And
So what would you say is probably be your favorite Hawk memory?
say what?
What would be probably your favorite Hawk memory? You know what I'm saying? Memorable Hawk.
Man, this nigga Hawk, man. This nigga used to have this fucking gas mask, bro. This nigga used to have fucking gas mask, bro. He used to make us smoke in that hoe all the time, bro. All the time, man. Nigga call you by your first name, man. Fuck them rap names. Nigga be like, hey, oh, Christopher. You know what I'm saying? Or you call Flip Wesley. You know what I'm saying? He ain't let you make it, bro. Like that nigga Hawk was just like the realest artist I ever came across, man. That nigga ain't holding no punches. He'll get on your ass. If you thought you was being Hollywood or acting funny, then he'll be like, man, what you want to eat, man? You know what I'm saying? Just Big John, man. That nigga like a big brother for real, for real, for real. Like, I ain't met a nigga that compared to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I ain't met a nigga that can compare to that. You know what I'm saying? Like the only nigga remotely close to that nigga that I could really like relate to music wise was the Don. You know what I'm saying? Cause Kiki used to always be like, younger than me, come here. You know what I'm saying? Tell me shit, tell me this here, tell me that, talk shit to me. We argue, but we made some dope motherfucking music. You know what I'm saying? That nigga pick up his phone today if I need him. You know what I mean? Key ain't never charged me nothing. Hawk ain't never charged me nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Never charged me for a verse, bro. And these legends, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? C-Note never charged me for nothing. ESG never. You know what I'm saying? These niggas for real, bro. Like, and them niggas could have charged every penny they was owed, bro. You know what I'm saying? You fast forward now, it's hard to get a nigga that ain't got a name to give you a verse. You know what I'm saying? When everybody was getting deals, man, it was fruitful out here. Then everybody started playing gatekeeper. Stopping, oh, you gotta pay this to get your record played. And you gotta pay niggas to get, you gotta pay niggas to move forward. But they took that shit to another level, bro. And it killed the majors from coming here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no music getting out, so they ain't hearing nothing. You know what I mean? They ain't hearing nothing. They just put us back in the box that we broke out of, bro. You know what I mean? Like Screw set the stage. The Screwed Up Click set the stage for the next niggas to come. Niggas start busting out the box, running, and you close us back in. You know what I mean? So now shit, it really, man, it could be anybody that's gonna blow out this whole now. You know, especially with this corona shit, man. This shit been real productive, bro.
Yeah.
Cause niggas is in the house, they got time to focus.
Got time to work,
They
man.
can view music, they can
Yeah.
check out music, they can buy music,
Yeah.
they can watch videos all day, they can get familiar or re-familiar with whatever or whoever in the town, bro.
Yeah.
So this the best time to be working, bro. Like, nigga, we in the high, we been in the high, what, 4 months?
It's 4 months, yeah.
Yeah, we been in the high 4 months, man. This been the most productive time for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And just having my son old enough to see this shit now he know who Young Red is now. You know what I'm saying? So he calm, man. He real savvy. He'll chip off the old block. So it made me proud to kind of want to go and finish this shit off right. You know what I'm saying? My son motivated me, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No bullshit. Like, I met my young nigga, man, just on the random. I just knew he was special. Like, he had a cool little vibe. His sound was different. And I just want to help niggas, bro. Whole time getting me a bag while I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Just make it better that everybody eat. Like I say with you, Donnie, man, you got this shit that you doing right here, bro. This shit unheard of, man.
Man, appreciate
Especially
it, man.
out here for like in our region, bro. Because the South ain't never had shit. We ain't had no record labels. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had no big fashion moguls. We ain't had no hella black businessmen that we know of that we could, me and you street niggas can reach out and touch. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had none of this shit, bro. But I feel like it's changing with the way we doing this shit. Everybody branding themselves clothes. You see Key with the clothes. You see Thug with the clothes. Myself. You know what I'm saying? That branding. You see Propane with the clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like the branding and branding. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Niggas starting to appreciate real music right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like shit. Like D-Lo just dropped one. You know what I'm saying? I feel like D-Lo was underrated for a long time too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure. Definitely.
I don't know what the fuck niggas be smoking. Like, yeah, that nigga ill. But I feel like niggas did that to me.
That's what I was gonna ask you. I mean, do you feel like you underrated? You know what I'm saying? And if so, why do you think the reason is? You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, just being on, man, I done rap with everybody in the city, man.
Right.
Murdered a lot of these niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I'm aggressive, bro, when it comes to that music shit. I'm an aggressive nigga, bro. Like, I'm gonna make sure this shit go down. You know what I mean? But at the same time, too, I'm anti-social, bro. I don't really fuck with these niggas. If I see one little glitch in you, I ain't gonna fuck with you, bro. So that's standoffish. So niggas be like, oh, man, that nigga arrogant. And I should be arrogant, bro. If God gave me a talent, I put it to use, and I'm doing it for the right reasons, man, I can feel how I want to feel. You You know what I'm saying? Like when I was saying I was the best in the city on the mixtapes, a nigga was telling me, man, why you say you the best, man? Why you saying that shit, man? Shit disrespectful, man. I just didn't give a fuck about a nigga feelings. I still don't. You know what I'm saying? Because I really murdered these niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like a lot of times, bro, them egos get in the way. They don't want you to shine, man. I done had niggas call me and be like, hey, man, such and such say, don't do no song with you or not to book you. Man, on my son, bro. On my son, man, I done had phone call. I done had niggas tell me this shit. I done had niggas full of drugs telling me, man, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I told a nigga don't do the song with you. Man, just being a gangster, I never tell them stories. But just a little bit of, I had niggas, bro, spill their guts. You know what I'm saying? And tell me shit like that, bro. Cause they know when you, they did it to Trey, they did it to me, they did it to, you know, a bunch of other niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? They knew Trey was ready to go, you know what I'm saying, and blow, man. Niggas was hating on Trey. Niggas was hating on me. Niggas was hating on J-Dawg, you know what I'm saying? Killer, man. All these niggas I'm naming, I feel like niggas should be like way, nigga, big, because the content, like the shit J-Dawg speak, that shit wasn't just for Houston. That shit for the world. Killer, he just spit for the world. Myself, man, I just had the total package. You know, I was a handsome street nigga that could rap. You know what I'm saying? I feel like even with, you know, with Flip, man, like I was proud of him for doing this thing, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's no fucking way a nigga should have been allowed to come down here and test a nigga gangster from the city. I just didn't feel that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, shit, it wasn't none of my business. You know what I mean? A nigga wouldn't come down here looking for me. You know what I'm saying? No bullshit, man. But like I say, we did a lot of shit together. Like, we had a lot of fun with this music shit. It's a business now. The minute that it become a business, bro, the fun out the window. This shit work. You know what I mean? Especially like when it's a finally all machine, you gotta keep that bitch going. This shit a job, man. You know, niggas sit around all day. They sit and have these barbershop conversations about who the hardest, who the most underrated, who slept on, but they don't know that this shit a business. And sometimes, man, life and business get in the way of each other. You know what I mean? Like I had a kid and I didn't want to do, I'm gonna be real, I had a kid and all I wanted to do was be a father. You know what I'm saying? Kiki told me that shit. Like he told me that shit. He called it. I wanted to be a father, bro. But when he got old enough to know shit, you know what I'm saying? That bug came back. And like I say, man, I mean, I've been doing features all this time, bro, just getting money, bro, just doing my thing and making my clothes and just staying in the mix, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Staying in the mix, bro. God bless the nigga, man. A nigga, these streets ain't run a nigga down, and music ain't run a nigga down. God bless me, bro. You know, so it's just time, bro.
Yeah.
It's just time, man.
Yeah. That's what it is, man. So, man, when the next project, next clothing, what's next? You know what I'm saying? When the next thing dropping for you?
Currently right now, man, we got the Futurist Life tees and all the Futurist clothing company shit. You can catch it on Instagram. We got the Instagram page, the Real Young Red. You know, I got my young protege in the making, man. He on his way, man. Easy Money YFR, man. A nigga got Finish Line video out now. We got another video coming up in about 2 weeks. Paper Dreams, that's the new EP. 8 songs, man. I'm almost done with that shit. So we been cooking up.
Yeah.
That shit hard.
Yeah.
That shit hard, bro.
Yeah.
That shit hard, man.
That's what it is, man. You got anything else before we get up out of here?
Nah, man, just stay tuned to this futurist shit, man. We coming, baby.
Already, that's what it is, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
Already, man. It's Donnie Houston Podcast, Young Red. We out.
Already.